The U.S. flexes its military muscle against ISIS. The state drains millions more from public school budgets. And an Oklahoma congressman cancels 4 town hall meetings. This is OU Nightly. For the second time in a week, President Donald Trump unleashed a taste of America's military might on foreign soil. In a major strike against ISIS infrastructure in Afghanistan, the United States dropped its largest non-nuclear bomb ever.
Now, the White House says that the target was a system of tunnels and caves used by ISIS. Steve Nannes has the latest.
We have incredible leaders in the military, and we have incredible military, and we are very proud of them, and this was another very, very successful mission.
At 7 p.m. local time, the U.S. military dropped what's known as the mother of all bombs on ISIS targets in the Afghan province of Nangarhar. The 21,600-pound GPS-guided bomb is America's largest non-nuclear bomb.
The GBU-43 is a large, powerful, and accurately delivered weapon. We targeted a system of tunnels and caves that ISIS fighters used to move around freely, making it easier for them to target U.S. military advisors and Afghan forces in the area.
The White House says the military took all necessary precautions to prevent civilian casualties and is currently assessing the damage. This is the first time this bomb has been used on the battlefield. It was developed during the Iraq War. A statement by General John Nicholson, the commander of U.S. forces in Afghanistan, said ISIS has been using IEDs, bunkers, and tunnels to solidify its defenses, and this attack will boost the U.S. offense against them. In Washington, I'm Steve Nannes reporting.
And Oklahoma Senator Jim Inhofe says that the decision to drop the MOAB bomb in eastern Afghanistan today sends a clear message that the United States is committed and determined to defeating ISIS, and that he applauds President Trump's commitment to the fight against terror.
Tensions are not only high in Afghanistan and Syria. Shireen Hashem joins us now in the News Center with the latest on North Korea. Shireen.
North Korean monitoring service 38 North said the country's nuclear site is primed and ready. Recent satellite images show excavation work and water pumping appear to have stopped, making a 6th nuclear test possible. President Trump has promised to be effective on North Korea and called on China to contain the regime's nuclear program. President Trump signed legislation aiming to cut off federal funding to Planned Parenthood and other groups that perform abortions.
Our federal system was set up to allow states to address the unique needs of their own populations when possible, especially when it comes to programs as important and sensitive as family planning.
Press Secretary Sean Spicer says sensitive topics such as family planning are to be addressed by the state. The attorney for the passenger who was forcefully removed from the United Airlines flight says his client had a concussion and broken nose.
Bullying customers has gone the next step now to physical injury.
The attorney also said 69-year-old physician David Dow will be filing a lawsuit. And Colin and JC, the Washington Post reports that health inspectors in Florida have found numerous violations in the kitchens of President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate.
Interesting. Thank you, Shireen.
And you know, I know that we've seen a little bit of rain hit those sidewalks, just recently.
Yeah, Jordan, is it about to storm on us?
So we've got some rain and some showers and some storms on the way, moving into the Norman area right now. This is radar for the past couple of hours. We've still got some waves of rain, but the main body of the rain is just now starting to get right to the western parts of Norman. We've got some sprinkles outside right now. That rain will be increasing as we go through the next few hours. But the temperatures, you can see where the rain is. 67 degrees, 65 degrees compared to 81 degrees in Muskogee, because I haven't seen very much rain, not as many clouds in eastern Oklahoma. So we're talking about rain coming for the overnight hours. We're going to be going back to dry weather, but it's not going to be for long. I'll let you know how long coming up. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Jordan. It was another ho-hum day for folks in Medford. They were shaken awake around 6 by a magnitude 3.6 earthquake. And as they were eating breakfast an hour later, another quake measuring 2.9. But earthquakes are par for the course in Medford. The U.S. Geological Survey says in the past week, Medford has experienced 15 earthquakes of 1.5 or greater.
And it's happened again. The state's money counters have told the Department of Education they need more money, and that they have the schools carve out the current operating budget another $17 million. That has school districts scrambling to find the funds to keep Oklahoma schools operating until summer. The latest bleeding brings the total education budget cuts to $87 million.
Well, with Oklahoma schools always searching for ways to save money, the prospect of a 4-day school week is getting the attention of educators and lawmakers. But today, the Department of Education said it's time to pump the brakes on 4-day mania. It produced a study that casts doubt on the assumption that it actually saves money. A closer look tonight from OU Nightly's Catherine James.
The Department of Education study shows that financial savings from switching to a 4-day school week have been marginal at best, but that hasn't stopped school districts from feeling the pressure to move. State Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister says it's like a contagion.
This issue is compounded by our teacher shortage as well as decreasing funds.
Districts like Noble and Newcastle use their 4-day school week as a recruitment tool.
The teacher shortage, has affected all of us. This year, our applicant pool was deeper than it's ever been since I've been here.
And more teachers means more instruction per student. That's important with fewer days inside the actual classroom, but keeping kids occupied can be a challenge.
I'm concerned about what happens with students on the 5th day, and as we are shifting the burden to the families.
I have felt a certain amount of pressure to make sure that the day is spent productively. We've done some field trips, but sometimes I can't think of something that it's the right time of year to do.
So far, 99 districts have adopted the 4-day school week. 44 more are considering the move.
We cannot progress as a state if we are only going to school and teaching our children 4 days out of 5.
Catherine James, OU Nightly.
A former head basketball coach at Oral Roberts University revealed orders he reportedly received from University President Billy Wilson. Coach Scott Sutton said that Wilson asked to give recruits a faith test and not to recruit players with tattoos. University administrators denied these claims, and the athletic department said it uses a 40-point system to evaluate recruits. The 4 categories that recruits can earn up to 10 points in include athletics, academics, social adeptness, and spiritual life.
Lake Thunderbird is facing closure due to the lake's diminishing water quality. The state has deemed the lake as an impaired body of water containing pollutants outside of the normal range from storm water runoff. The city is taking measures to improve the lake's water quality and is asking residents not to put foreign materials into storm drains, including grass clippings and pool water. Norman receives about 70% of its drinking water from Lake Thunderbird. City officials say our water is still safe to drink, however.
And the American Academy of Arts and Sciences has elected OU President David Bourne to join its organization. Founded in 1780, the Academy brings academic, business, and government leaders together to respond to both national and global challenges. Bourne will join 227 other new fellows, including Pulitzer Prize and Presidential Medal of Freedom winners. The induction ceremony will be held on October 7th in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Still ahead on OU Nightly, things get heated in an Oklahoma town hall meeting.
And electric cars have a tax that they'll be paying. Stay.
Oklahoma U.S. Congressman Mark Wayne Mullen has canceled 4 of his scheduled town hall meetings, citing safety concerns for his constituents. This comes after Mullen was at the center of social media firestorm after he berated a woman in Pryor for holding up a red piece of paper in protest in his environmental policies. In another video, he argues with another woman in Jay over his salary.
One, you said you paid for me to do this. Bull crap, I paid for myself. I paid enough taxes before I ever got there and continue to.
Mullins just wrapped up a town hall in Idabel. His office says he will continue with the rest of the town hall meetings on his schedule.
And Oklahoma juvenile authorities have banned pepper spray. A deputy director says the unanimous decision comes after learning that staff was using the spray on individuals, not as a means to stop riots, which is what the spray was approved for in 2011. The ban takes effect June 1st, and staff will be trained in alternative control techniques. And if you're a hybrid car owner, you may be saving gas money, but you may have to start paying in other ways. Emily Aiken joins us now for the government report to tell us why.
That's right, JC. Legislators say that proposed fees on electric and hybrid car owners in Oklahoma would raise a little more than $1 million each year. The bill that would implement this is moving through the Senate, and it has already passed the House. House Bill 1449 would tax hybrid car owners $30 annually. Doesn't sound like too much, but there would also be a $100 fee on every electric drive motor vehicle registered in the state. The bill's author says this money would replace lost motor fuel tax revenue, which is usually used for bridge repairs. And the Oklahoma House of Representatives heard a bill this morning from state and national science groups. Author of the bill says the purpose is to encourage students to explore scientific questions, evidence, and develop critical thinking skills. Teachers and national groups say this bill is a backdoor effort to allow the teaching of almost anything in science classes. The measure passed the Senate 34-10. And you may remember this story. Last year, the Capitol removed a Ten Commandments statue from its grounds because it was ruled unconstitutional. But after yesterday, it could be making its way back. The House adopted a bill that would allow replicas of historical documents to be displayed on state, county, and city property. Voters voted against a state question last November that would have allowed it to return then, but now lawyers hinted at lawsuits against the state if this bill passes and the monument is returned. And guys, with the legislative session coming to a close, Mary Fallon signed around 23 bills today. If you want specifics on the bills, you can visit the OU Nightly website and find them there.
Wow, 23 seems like a lot.
Yeah, with the session coming to a close, and there's been so many already, so 23 is a lot for one day.
Wow, and how many are still awaiting her signature?
20-something, it's a little over 20. I think it's around 28 if I'm not wrong, but.
Perfect.
Thank you very much, Emily.
Thank you.
And still ahead on OU Nightly, a nice rain is falling across Oklahoma this afternoon.
That's right. Coming up, Jordan will have more on tonight and on Easter weekend. Stay with us.
Welcome back to OU Nightly. I'm Jordan over to look at your weather. We can see the rain is starting to move in. Getting some rain across Norman right now, light winds, and it's very moist outside. It's much more, you probably felt the humidity this morning when you woke up because it's been a lot more moist outside than it has been the past few days. But we take a look at the radar coming right now. Let's track out some of these storms inside Norman. So here they are. Here is Main Street. There's Robinson Street. There's Lindsay Street. Now, where's the football stadium? There's the football stadium. So in relation to the football stadium, this is a zoomed-in view of Norman. We can see we have heavy rain moving into Norman right now. And this is going to continue for the next few hours. And it's also going to continue for most of the I-35 corridor. So if you're about to go from Norman to Oklahoma City or Oklahoma City to Norman, you're going to be experiencing rain showers on Interstate 35 for the next few hours. So we want to keep an eye out for that. And we're also seeing some more rain in far southwestern Oklahoma. This is all part of a big system moving in right now. You can see it moving through. So you can see there's just more rain behind it and behind it and behind it to our southwest. So we're looking at rain for at least the next few hours until about probably 8 or 9 o'clock tonight is when that will start to taper off for Norman. So that's for tonight. Friday is clear, but then we get to Saturday, things are going to start to change as we get to the Easter weekend. So Saturday afternoon could see a few showers and maybe a thunderstorm in far western Oklahoma, but it's not going to be a big of a deal. I've only got a 20% chance. But then we get to Easter, it's looking very, very wet. So here's the forecast, radar forecast for Sunday. You can see in the afternoon, lots of rain. It's going to be pretty much a washout for all of Sunday. This front's going to stall out, and so what that's going to do is keep the rain inside the region also for Monday. So Sunday and Monday are going to be a washout, unfortunately, for the Easter holiday. How much rain are we going to get? We could see at least an inch with the rain that's coming through right now. And then for Easter, we could see another inch. So maybe 1 to 2 inches of rain inside Norman by the time it's all said and done by Monday evening. Now, for those tonight, they are going to remain warm thanks to the rain and the clouds sticking around. And then for the day tomorrow, we are going to heat up and recover pretty nicely, sitting at 79 degrees by 5 o'clock with mostly cloudy skies. We will reach the 80s in some locations tomorrow. McAllister sitting at 82, 77 in Oklahoma City. And then we extend the forecast out again. There's that chance, very slight chance on Saturday for rain, but Sunday, going to be a washout. The Easter bunny down there is going to be feeling wet on Sunday, and then on Monday, it starts to taper off, but it's still going to be pretty much rainy for most of the day on Monday. Finally, it starts to move off once we get to Monday evening. A dry day on Tuesday, but then we get to Thursday, our next system moves in. So we're kind of a couple of days of dry, a couple of days of wet, kind of going back and forth.
As always, right? Dry and then rain.
Springtime in Oklahoma.
Exactly.
An inch of rain on Easter. I sure hope the Easter bunny can swim.
Right,
there you go.
exactly.
I hope so too.
Those Easter eggs are going to be hiding in mud, it sounds like.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, thank you, Jordan.
Thank you.
Still to come on OU Nightly, head coach Lon Kruger talks about his newest star recruit, and the Big O was in OKC to endorse his MVP pick. Stay with us.
Welcome back to OU Nightly. It's official. Trae Young is staying in Oklahoma. Yesterday, the five-star recruit signed his national letter of intent, and for the first time since he announced his commitment in February, Coach Kruger was able to speak on the matter.
Be here. They want to have an impact on their community, on the university, the state of Oklahoma, and he also knows our guys really well, and that speaks well to our guys because he's been around them the last couple of years and wanted to join them and getting this program back where it belongs.
But the addition of Young comes with a few subtractions. This morning, Kruger announced that forward Dante Buford will be transferring after 3 seasons with the team. Buford played in 26 games last season, but only averaged 4 points and 2 rebounds. He'll be joined on his way out the door by Darian Strong-Moore, who announced his departure 2 weeks ago. And the baseball team is in Ann Arbor this weekend looking to bounce back from Tuesday's loss to Oral Roberts. Game 1 of the Sooners' 3-game series with the Michigan Wolverines is currently underway. The score is 3-1. Michigan is winning, and it's in the 5th inning. And the women's gymnastics team's national championship quest begins Friday. The top-seeded Sooners will meet the nation's best teams in St. Louis and will compete in the first semifinal against Utah, Oregon State, UCLA, Denver, and Washington. Freshman sensation Maggie Nichols is looking to help her upperclassmen teammates snag their 3rd national title in 4 years.
It's really nice to have the seniors by my side. I mean, they've been through it before many times, so they can kind of show us the ropes and everything like that. So it's nice to have them by my side and to help me through everything.
And last night, the Big O took OKC. NBA legend Oscar Robertson came to the Peak to present Russell Westbrook with a Good Works trophy from the Basketball Hall of Fame. And he also cast an unofficial MVP ballot.
What he has done has been historic in nature. He's played with passion and pride, and it's outstanding what he's done, the way he did it. You people should really be proud of him for his accomplishments. MVP!
Tell us how you really feel, Oscar. As for the game, well, it was rather meaningless for both teams. Russell Westbrook scored 5 points in just 18 minutes, and the Nuggets went on to win the season finale 111-105. And here's something you've got to see. Toronto Blue Jays shortstop Troy Tulowitzki brought his son Taz out for a little batting practice. And look at this. The little guy is hitting ropes to the outfield, opposite field, by the way. That's some good skill. Tulowitzki is only batting .172 this season. If he's not careful, he might lose his spot in the lineup to his son.
Yeah. Blue Jays are struggling this year as well. I believe they're 1-7 on the year.
They could use some bats.
They could use some help in the lineup.
Yeah, and he's got a small strike zone as well, too.
Yeah, let's get him in the field, see if he can handle it.
Love to see that.
Thanks very much, Nate.
Well, still to come on OU Nightly, your new home could be quite the commute.
I'm Sydney Forsey at the OU Nightly Update Desk with the latest on the doctor who was dragged off a United Airlines flight. Dr. David Dow has sustained a concussion, a broken nose, and lost 2 teeth. His lawyer says he will need reconstructive surgery. And an Oklahoma House committee has passed a bill that would allow science teachers to teach creationism alongside evolution. Legislators say it will encourage students to develop critical thinking skills. That's it for now. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Sydney. And we might have a new place to call home. NASA tells us Saturn's moon, Enceladus, could support life. This is thanks to the presence of hydrogen that has been found after a 12-year investigation. With this finding, Enceladus has nearly all of the necessary elements for habitability, meaning this is the closest we've come to finding a new place that could sustain human life.
Now, last time I checked, we're still on Earth, not on Saturn's moon. So, Jordan, what is the weather going to be like right here on Earth?
So we've got the rain moving in right now for the rest of the evening. So next few hours, you're definitely going to see some rain in Norman. It'll be heavy at times, maybe some embedded lightning and thunder with that. And then for the 7-day forecast again, Friday is going to be a great day. Tomorrow will be a fantastic day. But then Saturday, slight chance for rain, mainly in the evening hours in far northwestern Oklahoma. Easter looks very wet, though. It's pretty much going to be a washout. And also for Monday, as that system tapers off. And then we dry out on Tuesday for next system moves in on Thursday of next week.
Gonna have to do the Easter egg hunt inside, I
Yeah,
guess.
inside.
Sounds like it.
Hide the eggs inside.
Well, thank you, Jordan. Thank you for watching OU Nightly, brought to you by the Gaylord College of Journalism here at the University of Oklahoma.
We'll see you back here tomorrow night live at 4:30.
Have a great evening.
Good night.